if you're in Rensselaer, please go into your safe spot, and hopefully you've been there. You've been listening to us with the volume up, and again, into a closet, into the bathroom, into your basement where you're away from windows. Look at that cold air coming in. It's the purple that you see that will sweep into Chicago, and that's going to make it feel a lot colder. What you're seeing are those wind chill values. I would give this until about 8 o'clock before the leading edge of it starts to get into the DC metro area. So we're keeping an eye on the timing of it, but I think by about 9 to 10 o'clock, it will really start to pick up.
And it's about 2 to 4 inches of rain for areas really right along Lake Erie, and it's Erie and Chautauqua counties that have the best potential just offshore where you might see those higher rainfall totals.
This is the best chance as we get to about 2 to 3 o'clock that we get our first band working through Pittsburgh, and then another secondary band rolls through, and this will be steady at times. This band continues to push on through. It is moving, not very quickly, about 15 miles an hour, but it is sinking further southeast. It will be in ski country by the time we get to about 12:30.
We're just dealing with whiteout conditions. It's hard to even see just a half a mile down the street.
So we start with the avalanche warnings that are in place for everybody here. Just slabs of that snow being triggered by the wind and pushing it down the mountain here. So that's a big concern. It is a high risk for today. So happy St. Patrick's Day.
Hit it, Carl.
It will feel like summer as we go throughout the week. The heat is back. The humidity is definitely going to be noticeable. It will be the type where your clothes just kind of cling onto you.
This is the type of cold that I think both teams are going to be used to. Temperatures will be tomorrow generally in the low 30s by the time we get to kickoff at 1 Eastern, 11 Mountain Time. Let's show you the graphic that we have of what to expect.
The kids want to wear shorts. You can pair it with a hoodie.
I like a good fashion forecast.
There you go. Well, I mean, I'm not one to give fashion advice. I'll leave it to others. Yeah, from our highs that we had this morning and into the afternoon to where we are right now, we've already lost about 20 to 25 to even 30 degrees, and we still have a ways to go for tonight. So let's keep an eye on everything that we have to unpack with the winter weather advisories. That's why we have issued an alert for this, because it is going to be slick as you head out the door on Monday morning. So 1 to 2 inches of snow, reduced visibility as we go through the morning for McHenry and over towards Waukegan, Aurora, and over towards DeKalb. As we take you into northern LaPorte County in Indiana, Michigan City, that's where you could have that lake effect snow firing up, especially through Monday afternoon. 2 to 5 inches of snow, and again, the wind-driven snow will make it very difficult to see if you're traveling. And then the wind advisory, gusts between 45 to 55 miles per hour. If you're a light sleeper, it's going to be noisy tonight with those gusts really kicking into high gear. These were the highs for today. 66 in Kankakee. That was also kind of the fuel for some of those tornadoes that developed in Kankakee County. 64 in Valpo, 59 at Midway, and 56 at O'Hare. And these are the current temperatures. It's 31 in the Loop. It's 22 in Rockford. That cold air comes for northern Indiana as we go into the overnight too. So everyone's going to cool down in a very big way tonight. These are the current winds, sustained winds. So it's very blustery out there. And then the wind gusts are up to about 45 to near 50 miles per hour. So a very windy night, and it's going to stay that way. Here's Futurecast showing us a cool down on the way. Look at the flurries trying to work their way in. I think some of it gets into Chicago as we go into tomorrow morning, and Laura Bannon will be tracking that, but it will be light in nature, but the accumulations are a little more substantial the further north you go up towards Lake and McHenry counties. And then again, some of that lake effect snow for areas out towards areas like LaPorte. Now, in terms of the snowfall totals, higher totals in those winter weather advisories that you see around town here, maybe an inch at the very most. But thankfully, it's also still a hybrid holiday week, so not as many people out on the roads. But ultimately, those wind gusts will be still in that 40 to 50 mile per hour range as we go into tonight. Look at this, still consistent into Monday morning. They'll start to ease a little bit as we go into the afternoon, but not by much. Still gusting up to 35, 40 miles per hour, so very blustery, and it's going to make it feel incredibly cold out there. These are the wind chills during the overnight, but more importantly, by tomorrow morning, sub-zero wind chills across Chicago and northwest Indiana. And then look at this, single-digit wind chills as we go through the afternoon. So really just an uncomfortable day out there. And again, if you can stay inside, it's a great day to do so. If not, dress warm. So in terms of what we have on the way, cold conditions for tomorrow, but still cold as we wrap up 2025. It will be cold to start 2026, and then temperatures start to even out a little bit as we go toward Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We'll be back into the upper 20s to around 30 degrees.